Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time on this beautiful evening to learn more about our business opportunity. So, yeah, we are the Healthy Habits and the Wealthy Habits company, and we're so proud to be partnered, and we want to share our stories to show you what's possible. And, every one of us has every one of our stories can resonate with someone different. And so it's really important we share how everyone can succeed in this. So
yeah, it's been really exciting transforming our health, transforming our wealth together with it, building a community up. It's really unprecedented in terms of what we've ever thought possible in our lives. And, just bringing in new people, new exciting people who are excited about the future and investing in themselves and in this opportunity. It's incredible. So we just want to share that with you.
Yeah, so we're going to be hearing from Kiev as well. I'm so excited to share her story. I'm going to start with my own story here. Or should we, we should start with that.
Well, we can speak to just quickly some of the what surrounds the idea of network marketing. Okay, so we'll be straight up. Purium is an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing company, and there's a lot of kind of negative connotations around that sometimes. People who misunderstand it. And really what separates Purium, it's the food, first of all. There's nothing.
We're the manufacturers, we're the growers, which no other multi-level marketing company that I know of is.
Exactly. So we'll leave it to the founder. We're just going to play a quick video. It's only about 2 minutes.
We just want to say, because this is what holds too many people back from being open to this opportunity. It is the stigma. And so we want to, educate on what this really means and why this doesn't apply to our company. So yeah, here Dave will explain a little bit. We're going to do a 2-minute video where Dave is going to explain more about that.
Yeah, here we go.
Hello, my name is David Sandoval. I'm one of the owners and founders of this amazing organization that we call Purium. Now, perhaps one of the first questions that network marketers are asked when inviting an associate, a friend, or a family member to consider joining them in Purium. Well, the first thing they're asked is that a pyramid? And while the answer is definitely no, I believe explaining what a pyramid is really important so that you will understand that Purium is actually the unpyramid. In the job pyramid, you don't invest money, you invest your life. You exchange your time to build somebody else's dream, your effort to build somebody else's wealth, where the work of the many goes to the benefit of the few. The many don't change and the few do not change. And the ones at the top, on average, earn 10 to 12 times more than the people in the middle, up to 25% more than the people at the bottom. Now, the people at the top don't necessarily work any harder or any longer. They're just more fortunate. They've had a better education. Maybe they've been given more opportunities. And while we don't begrudge anyone their financial success, we do believe that there's a better way of distributing wealth. There's a better way of rewarding performance. Now, the glass ceiling is real, but so is the economic caste system, and they both hold us back. That's where Purium steps in. As I said when we started, we're the unpyramid. We break the economic caste system, and we provide opportunities that were once restricted exclusively to the well-connected, the well-educated, and the well-funded. But perhaps the most vivid example of why this is not a pyramid is that in a pyramid, the money always flows upward, and the people at the top always earn more than the people below them. With Purium's system of bonuses, pools, and commissions, a meritorious system of rewards that is available to people of every socioeconomic group. And we've seen people who are living below the poverty line now earning six-figure incomes once they took advantage of the opportunity presented by the Purium economy.
So can I just quickly say that when we first got started, that was my big hang up. I was like, this is like Amway, this is some kind of pyramid scheme where, we're just going to be forced to recruit. We're going to have to stockpile inventory. We're going to be bustled down in fees. And as we leaned in and learned more about it and actually experienced it, I learned that that's completely untrue. And in fact, there's incredible benefits, things that you wouldn't get in any other career, like profit sharing, maybe through uncapped salary and income, 5 paychecks a month. So little by little, I chipped away at those preconceptions and realized that there's this golden opportunity. And that's why we keep sharing it. That's why we love talking about it.
What I love is that it's an equal opportunity for all, no matter what your education, your socioeconomic background, your whatever preconceived, even different, I had learning disabilities and, other challenges that I never saw myself in the old system of how to be successful. I didn't see a way for myself. I got into this when I was in my mid-30s. At that time, I wasn't ever able to make a salary beyond $35,000 a year. And I didn't ever see a way possible because given my mental health that I struggled with and learning disabilities, crippling low self-esteem, and all kinds of other blockages I had, I couldn't stay at a job very long. I would actually get fired. I got fired from almost every single job I ever had. I failed in school. I had a lot of, there was no place for someone like me. I fell through the cracks. And what I love is that, school wasn't an option for me to go back to school. I wanted to help people. And I tried to go back to school, but I failed. And so I wanted to help people, but there was that limitation. So I love that this gave me an opportunity to, first of all, just heal myself, heal my own mental health, which comes along with when we heal our gut. It's so impactful on our mental health. So even the challenges that used to stop me from even being, able to see myself as successful and capable were actually unlocked when I started to do this deep healing and getting to be successful just by sharing my authentic story, just to heal. Where else do you get paid to heal? We're rewarded on how deeply we heal and opening our throat chakra to be able to share that story. That is deeply healing in itself. So I always say there's so many layers to this healing. The first layer is the nutrition and the gut repair, healing physically, but then there's so many other layers that the business comes along with, which is the personal development. All of it is free coaching. We have calls daily to support us and to bring out, and to hear other people sharing their success stories to show. That's what I needed to see, because I needed to see someone like myself. And by the way, if you don't see yourself in this, in success, you will find yourself though within the pyramid. There's always someone who you'll relate with. But if you don't see yourself, I always say that's your opportunity to rise into success, to show other people like you that they can too. So, Jared had to compensate for my lack of being, able to work. First of all, I had, 2 babies. And so I wasn't eager to go back into the fashion industry, which is what I was doing. And I did take on part-time work, but, it wouldn't last long. And it would bring a lot of stress into my life. And Jared had to compensate by working more hours, which further impacted my mental health issues. So my goal when I started this, well, first was just to heal and then to just have my products paid for. That's how small I saw this. But then when I started to get the vision and actually see the results of helping people and them becoming successful and seeing the potential here, my goal was to retire my husband. So he wasn't on board. I just wanted to do this alone because, he was working 16-hour days when we started, but Jared caught the vision as well. And Jared, go ahead and share yours.
I just think it was so nice. It was so incredible to see Allison because I knew she had such potential. Like she's very highly emotionally intelligent, and that's a value that isn't really considered a value. It's not rewarded in the job industry. It's just not a thing. So to see her have this opportunity where she was like reaching more people, influencing people, bringing people into a community, helping them, genuinely healing people with something that it's like a blind spot in the medical industry is gut health. So here she is tapping people into this and bringing more people into the fold. I was so fulfilled. It was so rewarding that I wanted to be part of it too. And the check started out small. Honestly, it was like $100 a week, whatever, little things, but over time, that turned into $1,000 a week. And then, seeing these like US dollar checks coming in and then profit sharing, I was totally on board. And I was just like, I don't want to freelance anymore. I don't want to chase paychecks. I don't want to be someone else's passive income. I want that for ourselves. And this is an opportunity to do it. We're not going to start a restaurant. We're not going to open up a brick and mortar business. Not that it's too late. It's just such a headache. And, with 2 young kids, it wasn't feasible. So what that allowed me to do, I'm really passionate about film and editing and graphic design. I was able to do that and focus on that without the stress of that being my income source. So you could really love something, and Kev will share about this as well, where, something you really love and passionate about, it shouldn't be your bread and butter. It shouldn't be, something where I felt like I had to sit in front of a computer and edit so that I can make enough money to feed my family. Now I can edit for fun just because I love it and I want to express, that's my expression. So this is what we want to unlock for other people, because everyone's exceptional at something, but if that's drowned out in the noise of financial anxiety, then people will lose their way and they'll get depressed, get sick, and it's just
And
not the way of the
turn
future.
into not hobbies anymore when we're
Yeah, you lose your love of things. So this reignited us. It was this tiny ember under all the ashes that we just needed a little fanning, and then we built a bonfire, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. So with that, let's hear from Kiev, who was one of our first ever brand partners.
And she's an old friend that we knew from, back home. And we just went out for coffee one day and it came up naturally. And I was nervous and excited because she said, yes, she wanted to try it. She wanted to buy it. And I was someone who, didn't I hadn't gotten my business started yet then. And so she was really one of my pillars to the belief in this whole business. Thank you so much, Kiev. Please unmute.
Oh, so now I'm thinking back on that day that we went for coffee and didn't drink a coffee. We just drank the green juice. And in that moment, the only thing I wanted to do was encourage my friend, in this new business venture that she had just started. That was kind of, I didn't really know what she was doing, honestly. But I tried it, I tried it. She showed me the ingredients and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I can buy that. I'll support you. And I bought those products and they sat there for a couple of weeks before I actually opened the box. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to let it go to waste. Right. So I started using these products. And they were amazing. I was somebody who I wasn't sleeping. I had insomnia. I had insomnia. I had no energy. I had a 2.5-year-old at home. I had 2 businesses that I was running. I'm an artist. I'm a jeweler, and becoming a jeweler became my source of income. This passion that I had became, I had to make it work. And being an artist, as many of us know, isn't the most financially, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do to start your own business. It's not an easy thing to do to sell your jewelry, to market your jewelry, to market your art, whatever art form that is. And so that became my revenue, right? And so I started using these superfoods and all these amazing foods, and they started really changing my health around. All of a sudden I had energy. I somehow stopped drinking 5 coffees a day, and I wasn't getting a sinus infection anymore. I was sleeping really well. And so I just casually started sharing, with my friends and my family and people kind of around me, but I hadn't committed to doing the business until 6 months later. And how that came about to be was actually, I was in Belize and I was there with my son and I was sitting at the beach. And now let me backtrack a little bit. I became a jeweler and I became an artist. I became an entrepreneur because my goal in life, ever since I was a child, okay, was to be free. I couldn't have anybody tell me what to do. I didn't like having anybody tell me what time I had to go to work at. I didn't even want to go to school I wanted to help, but I didn't want to go to school to become a lawyer or a doctor, or because I didn't want to. I knew that my life was meant to be spent enjoying it and doing the things that I enjoyed with the people that I loved. And I know that because of my mother, right? My mother's the one who put that into my head. I had to be free and I had to travel. And so to come back to this day that I was in Belize, I'm sitting there and I'm drinking my juice and my son is running in the waves, and I had to come back home the next day because I had started my business. I had invested $20,000 to start my own business so that I could be free, so that I didn't have to answer to anybody, so that I could make my own schedule, so that I can be my own boss. All right. And all of a sudden, in that moment, while my son was running in the ocean, running from the waves, I was like, wow, I am not as free as I thought that I was, because tomorrow I have to go back to this cold winter, and I didn't want to. And in that moment, I was like, well, wouldn't it be great to have a company that you don't have to invest $20,000 or hundreds of thousands of dollars to start, that you don't have to manage inventory, that you don't have to go home and make the product, you don't have to ship it, you don't have to do the marketing, you don't have to do accounting, which is something that I have to do with my jewelry business. Okay, that a company would take care of all of that, everything about being an entrepreneur. This company would do it, and all I would have to do is share the product and make a commission off of it. And so in that moment, I was like, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm committing my time and my energy to, because I want to be absolutely free, that I am the boss of my own life and I can do whatever I want. If there's a jewelry contract that I don't want to do, I can say no. Okay. And so I wanted to simplify my life. And so in February 2020, exactly 3 years ago, this month, I made that decision to commit to Purium, to commit to my Purium business and to grow it. And ever since, I've traveled with Allison and Jared with our kids since last year. It took me some time. It didn't happen overnight. I had to commit to it. I had to commit to personal development. I had to commit to learning more. I had to commit to sharing this and opening my throat chakra, just like you said, and like sharing this with the people, with everyone around me, because I knew what it could bring me. And just by doing that, I made it happen. And I'm still making it happen. And I'm doing that because I'm sharing it with you, because I know that I searched for this my entire life. My entire life, I have searched for this, and now it has finally come true. And now I know there's somebody out there, so many somebodies out there that are looking for that the way that I was. So I'm just so grateful that we went for that coffee that wasn't coffee that day. It's just, I can't express the gratitude I have to be able to have that time freedom, right? To have that location freedom, and to really be not just your own boss, but the boss of your life, right? Like we're at a point, in our society right now, that we don't have to work just to survive. We can work to enjoy our lives. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for this, because now I just get to do what I want to do. I'll be spending Europe with my family. I'll be spending the summer in Europe with my family. I'll be meeting Allison and Jared somewhere else in the world as well. And like that's true freedom, right? That's the real freedom that this company offers you. And there's nothing like it. Even if you start your own business, I promise you, there's nothing like this, because it's a no risk investment. Literally zero risk investment. The only thing that can happen is you're going to feel good within your body because you'll have eaten the best foods on the planet. Like that's your only risk. And I don't think that's a very big risk.
Oh my God. Well, every time I hear your story, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude as well that I didn't give up, because I'm telling you, I didn't see myself as someone who could do this. But the fact that I was able to reach one person who had been praying for this makes it all worth it. And then I know everyone here has manifested this. You know, we don't even realize until we really why we're here, until it starts really happening. But what Kiev said, you know, no strings attached. This is no, you know, we're not held down to anything. We built this up from Belize, the jungle of Belize, with, you know, all you need is a Wi-Fi, but you can do this anywhere in the world. And Kiev hit a huge milestone in her business the month she was giving birth. And she was able to do her leisurely home birth how she wanted, because she had no, you know, and she was getting paid while she was going through birth. And she actually hit a huge rank that month, you know, because she didn't give up. And this is just, you know, she had, it's just incredible when this takes off. It actually gets its own life of its own when you start having partners who really get this vision under you. You know, the diamond rank is a really pivotal rank. If you don't know, we're going to show you the compensation plan. It's the rank that you hit to have the profit sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So Jared could explain that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Because, you know, what we're talking about, I want to show you some numbers right now, because, you know, people, they get involved in business for the money, honestly. But if you align with the products, with the lifestyle, with the values of this company, it's zero waste, you know, and they just want to heal humankind. If that aligns, then you'll recognize that within the compensation plan is a lot of potential. So what might be, you know, just a few $100 extra a month for somebody, just an additional income stream, could turn into $10, $20, $30,000 a month fairly quickly. So, you know, once you tap into the diamond ranks, so these are the ranks, okay? And you can do these quickly. We didn't move that quickly. We actually went pretty slowly, but we were consistent with it. We didn't give up.
And now we're helping people to do it fast, because there's so many awesome incentives.
Mhm.
And even if you didn't do it fast, if you could help people to do it fast, you get the matching bonuses.
Yeah, this is the bonus plus match here. So even though we didn't go fast, we help people go fast, we get the same bonus as them. So Purium is very happy to pay its distributors very well. They don't keep the money for themselves. Dave Sandoval lives a pretty modest life. You know, he lives on a farm. He puts everything back into the company, into the people. And then, you know, it's a typical multi-level structure with a uni-level plan. So everyone is equal. Everyone comes in the same level, much like the food itself. It's open to everybody. It's accessible. It's non-restrictive. So is the business itself.
Yeah. My goal was just to have products paid for. So just so you know, this is what it, you know, over time, this is what we're now at. We're going to show the chart. So whatever your goals are, it's great to see this, because this is, you know, what you could be looking forward to achieving. We are at 2-star crown now, soon to be 3-star crown this month. And this is, as a Canadian, and I still think in Canadian money, I'm like, this is American money, so no joke. And, you know, this is where we were able to make it in 4 years.
Yeah.
And this is going relatively slow. We have people now coming in who make it to diamond in 9 days. So there's so much potential depending on how fast you want to go, how much money you want to make, and how slow you want to go, because we're here to meet everyone exactly where they're at. We're not here to push anyone to do anything they, you know, don't want to do, because our belief had to grow and grow organically. And we trust that process in every person that we bring in.
And similarly, that it's, you know, we're trying to build healthy habits. The habit of just sharing this opportunity pays off in the long run. So, you know, what we do is we have a 90-day plan where, you know, after 90 days of committing to the superfood lifestyle, you'll see lasting permanent change in your life, where your food cravings change, your hormones are balanced, you're eating better, you're sleeping better. If you can can do the habits of growing the business consistently, then you'll see this lasting permanent change in your life as well.
And the key is really to be consistent with your healthy habits first. We encourage, this is a really healthy lifestyle. And so we encourage people to live this healthy lifestyle, to be the product of the product, so that they can easily talk about their transformations, share about it, and inspire other people to make better choices, whether it's switching a coffee for a green juice in the morning, or, however we want to, we all have our own stories to share, but every one of us can reach different people. So that's why we encourage, and the company incentivizes us to share about our transformations, even as we may not even think it's a big deal. Like some people are like, I know Kiev, she was like, I didn't have a big transformation. I wasn't like sick before, but then she said, but I'm sleeping better. I'm like, that's huge. Huge. That is, people would kill to sleep better. So we can't minimize even the small changes that are being made. We need to celebrate them and share about them, because there's people out there who would kill to have a good night's sleep. So
the healthy habits become your destiny, exactly like that. And the idea of affiliate marketing, it's not new. Social selling, not a new thing. However, big companies know how incredible it is, and they know the power of word of mouth. It's the best type of marketing. So that's why
we're doing it already, by the way. Most of us, I see most people, are sharing a restaurant they just went to that's really good. They're sharing a movie they just watched. They're sharing, a Starbucks coffee or whatever it is. They're doing it for free. And so this tapped into what we already are doing. Just now, let's make it actually eco-friendly and organic and good quality stuff that we could share and actually get compensated for it. So it makes sense.
Yeah. And it's a smart investment that you can make, and it builds over time, similarly to real estate or crypto, whatever it is. You want to invest in something intelligent that isn't going anywhere. Purium has been around for almost 30 years. They are the wholesaler, the manufacturer. So there's really not a lot of risk, if any, at all, in getting on board. And it's just something that I'm so happy we did this. We did it scared. Okay, we weren't ready. When I saw the bill on the credit card, I called the company. I'm like, hello, my wife has been scammed into a pyramid scheme. We'd like our money back, please. So this is something that happens, right? And we're living proof that it could happen. But I'm so glad that we did not listen to the haters, that we didn't succumb to the fear surrounding this industry and doubts and everything, because it is incredible.
Had a lot of doubters at the beginning. I'm going to tell you, I had a lot of doubters. Don't let the doubters stop you. Thank goodness I believed in this enough, in my intuition, in my heart and energy. And I got thrown off a few times. I'm not going to lie, but I knew, I kept coming back to this. I said, there's something about this. There's something special here. I'm so grateful I listened to myself and I dug my heels in to stick with this, because
And we don't tell anyone to quit your job. What this does is it's network marketing. So you're going to meet a lot of new people, and there's going to open the doors to other opportunities. This is how we found a free place to stay in California. It's how, we're growing other businesses, how we're getting into other investments just by talking to hundreds of thousands of people every year and meeting new people, making new connections. And, we have other dreams too. We want to retire in a few years and
build our dream home.
Yeah, exactly.
We get to dream again. So that's why we're just so grateful for this. I had put a lot of my dreams to rest, and now they've been reignited, and we're able to, together with our family and together with Kiev's family and all the other families here that have joined, we're able to build the life of our dreams and to do it together, which is so valuable. So if you were invited here, it was for a reason. If you tuned in because you saw it, it's for a reason. So listen to that and lean in. And so if anyone invited you, they have a gift card for you as well. They have 25% off for you to get started on your ultimate lifestyle transformation. We start with healing ourselves. we start as customers, usually. I mean, the most of us start just by experimenting with this food. And when you have an amazing experience, well, organically, we just want to share it, right? So this is how we want to grow our business organically, is by like people having, you know, being impacted in a positive way and needing to it positively impact their communities.
And all that's, and the key to a passive income is just happy customers. Honestly, it's very simple. When the food is really good, it comes to your door and you don't have to worry about going to the grocery store, about your food going bad. This has a really long, stable shelf life. And if you keep your customers happy, there is your passive residual income. You'll make money while you sleep. So this is what has, you know, changed our lives.
Yeah,
So we want to change
making
it.
an income while making an impact. And there, it is very few opportunities in this world that can say that. So yeah, we want to hear your dreams and help you achieve them. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Kev, for sharing.
And yeah,
as
thank
well.
you so much. Any
Thank
last
you.
words, Kev?
Yeah, if you want to share anything else, Kev, please.
No, you guys covered like so much, but I think I did want to add, you know, for me, I always looked for something that really aligned with all of my values, and there's just so many of them that it was really hard to find. Like I didn't, you know, having the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom and all that, that's great. But also having a company that helps other people, that you get to help other people, a company that is sustainable, that is eco-conscious, that's redistributing the wealth into its consumers, you know, having a no trace impact. Like all of these things mattered to me, and it's really hard to go out there and find, whether it's a corporate job or you're starting your own thing, it's really hard to have all these values kind of like come together and like check off everything on that list. And Purium does all of it, literally just all of it. So it's an absolute no-brainer to, you know, when you pick a company to work with or whatever job you're trying, like what ticks off all your boxes? Well, this is one of them, you know, and you've mentioned it, equal opportunity for everybody, no matter your socioeconomic background, wherever you're from. You can do it while you got an 80-hour job. You can do it while you have a part-time job. You can do it as a stay-at-home parent. Like whatever it is that you're doing, it comes hand in hand. It just becomes a part of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I don't know, I've never seen a company that aligns with all of my ethical issues, values in life. And so I just wanted to add that, because it's really something. It's really beautiful to be able to check off all those boxes. So
Yes.
thank
The more
you.
the more you know, the better it gets. So I encourage everyone to lean into learning, and we're here for any questions you have. Don't ever hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much. Thank
Thanks,
you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.